Hi guys, this is simslisgames from Brazil. Today I'm bringing you updates about my medieval Windenburg save file and how it's looking at the moment. I started posting this project on this channel 4 months ago, and although there's still a lot to be done, I'm really excited about what's coming together and I want to share it with you. So let's get started.
Simslisgames.
I won't show the speed builds of the buildings I haven't shown yet, but I'll show what we have so far, what's already been done, and the ideas I'm working on to make this save file as complete as possible. I finally decided on a name for this world, and it will be called Avermere. I think the name is really beautiful, and I got inspired by the popular Nordog game world. I'm gonna show you a little. There are some obstacles along the way in relation to the fact that with mods and custom content, it will be even more immersive, but I'm trying to create a vanilla version so that everyone who has all the packs can open it. What I miss the most is the MCC commander to add more people to a building. I think it's awful the pets count towards the maximum number of people in the house. I'll probably make a version 3 of this save file with at least MCC commander and the world districts, rename it, which I will set up in Sims 4 Studio to give it more personality, but I'd like to make a more complete version with mods to really bring more personality to the save. I always find it difficult to create Sims. I feel that without custom content, it's a skill I'm still developing. I find it very hard, but the new tattoo tool has helped me a lot, especially now that we can download tattoos from the gallery. People are being super creative with this tool, making overlays, makeups, scars, skin details that make Sims more realistic than the option we have access to. At the moment, there are only 2 families created in the world. I made the royal family who carry the Bones surname legacy, and I'll show you a little bit of them now. We have King Alistair Bones, the current monarch, known for his wisdom and a great defender of justice, but he has some magical secrets on the cliff. I tried to avoid changing the Sims clothes too much so I wouldn't run out of options for other Sims in the save. I really miss my custom content right now. I decided that the theme for the family will be more focused on red, pink, and gold, so I tried to use clothes in that palette along with earthy tones. The princess room ended up with a blue palette, but I felt really bad about changing it because I had already made the room in that color and I loved it so much. We have Queen Elspeth Bones, a beautiful lady serving face. She's loved by the people, but she has personal ambitions and manipulates people to keep her family in power. I'm creating some plots for her as well. She's a powerful witch, but no one knows, or almost no one. Here we have Prince Cedric, a young man who loves to ride horses. He's charming but also impulsive. I'll try to steer his lord toward an internal struggle between being loyal to his family or living his life the way he wants. And this is Mirabelle, the princess who is graceful, full of compassion for the poor, and possibly involved with the energies of the forest, causing some people to look at her suspiciously at times. She doesn't know that her mother is a witch, so she was never guided to control her own powers, finding comfort among the people of the forest, who has some beef with the monarchy. I won't go too deep into the lore yet because I'm still finalizing things, but I'm liking the direction it's going. The aspirations and traits will still be done carefully. I'm just creating the characters for now to start getting a feel for it. I also created a few more people for the royal residence, including the king's brother, who will also get involved in some plots, a butler who will assist with the tasks around the castle, a knight to protect the castle and the monarchs. I wish there was room for more, and a young woman who lives in the house on the castle's outer grounds and helps with tasks related to the crops, animals, and so on. My biggest doubt was here in relation to mods because I really wanted to place a horse in this residence, but without mods I can go over the 8-person limit, which makes me really sad that this possibility still doesn't exist within the game itself for everyone to take that risk. I thought about the possibility of turning the castle into a rental property to place the girl who lives in the outer house separately, or maybe putting the king's brother in another location to add the horse, but I'm still in doubt. In the version with mods, I'll keep everything unified as a single house and add more people. I also thought about creating a small business in the castle for people to come help with the garden and maybe reduce the number of people that way, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I don't want to do that. I haven't posted this speed build yet because it's going to take forever to finish since it's a huge build that took me days. I'm in love with this outdoor area with all these red flowers. This part with the horses and animals turned out really cool. I created this small carriage, and here outside we have the young woman's house, which still needs a name. Let's move on to the next family now. These are the Harriets. A while ago, I made a restaurant for this save. I think it's really beautiful, but unfortunately, restaurants are really buggy in this game, and I never managed to make the objects work properly the way I set them up. I built this restaurant in the island area, and the idea was for it to be a place to shelter people who came from outside or were passing through, where they could also eat and drink at the bar. I created it as a restaurant, but I decided to transform it into Harriet's Drink and Rest, a small business where people can do exactly all of that. Norping is a guy who loves to make nectar and basically be a bard. So I made a few changes to the restaurant to add a small stage for him to play and perform, and others can come and do that as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't avoid adding a microphone to make it more playable in The Sims 4. Probably for the modded and custom content version, I'll replace that. So Norwing has 2 daughters, a young adult daughter named Adelie, who enjoys mechanical activities and also loves making nectar, even more than her father, who is more focused on the creative side, and Catherine, a teenager who is passionate about cooking and makes incredible dishes to sell at the business. For now, these are the only families I've actually created, but I already have some plans for other Sims. I want to create a blacksmith, someone who works with ceramics, a great gardener who supplies the town, some occults. In the future, I'll bring updates on the new characters. I hope something cool comes out of this because I'm really not used to making Sims just with the game. I want to expand the save to the city of Bagley. It will probably be where the kingdom's largest plantations are. In the city region, I'm going to make more modest things related to that. It will be more of an inland region situated beyond the Windenburg forest. Now the Avermere Forest, I'm getting used to it. I'm still not sure if it will be just an expansion of the city or if it will be another city, which might have its own monarchs. With that, Avermere will be strong in imports due to being close to the sea, and Bagley will be stronger in plantations. This way, trades could be made between the kingdoms and so on. Because of this, it makes me want to expand it in the future to a save with another town as a rival city. Lots of ideas, so little time. Now let's talk a bit about the buildings we already have. Well, I've already shown a little of the royal castle and I've shown the Harriet's small business. So continuing here in the island region, I also created a small market for people to trade and sell things to make a little extra money. I think this market is really cute. I created this lovely outdoor area. We have a small market, a little jewelry shop, and a space for medians to see the future. I'm not sure if this is the best establishment tag for this place, but I think I'll keep it this way so people can show up and sell their things at the available tables. On the island, we also have Castle Clear, which was the first speed build I posted here on the channel for the save file. I show the construction of this castle, which will likely house a duke or someone from the monarchy who is closer to the royal family. We have this small village and I'm a bit worried because it's a rental build. This was the second build I posted on the channel for the save and I really like this construction. I wanted to design it this way to fit more people on the island since there aren't many lots. And here we have the cliff. I think this area of the town is really beautiful with the cliff surrounded by the sea. I wanted to add a special and magical touch to this part of the town, like a place for the Sims to explore, find possible treasures, and relax with the view and the natural pool. It will be part of the royal family's lore. In the forest neighborhood, for now we have a large rental residence, which has been the most problematic in relation to the save file. There's a lot in this building, and after it became a rental, I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, but I'll do my best to figure it out. Playing in it is working for now, but unfortunately I can't delete this building, but I really love it. It took a lot of work and it was the first one I made for this save. I was crazy at that time. Initially it was placed on the island, but I wanted a bigger castle for the monarchy, so I left this one for other noble families and a small village with some houses. We have a house for the family that manages the horses in the village, a house for a fisherman, a small simpler wood cabin, a witch house, a bar with an apartment above for the owner, a little square, and a small church with a tower for someone to live in. In this case, I made this church house property of the castle itself because otherwise I will have to use the sheet to increase the rental houses and I didn't want to risk that. Continuing, here we have the witch cemetery, which has witch properties on its land. It was the first and only cemetery I've built so far with the Life and Death expansion pack. I really like it. It was inspired by the cemetery from the originals. Of course, it's much smaller compared to the size of that one, but I wanted to create something in that style. I started making a cabin for a witch, but I was trying to reuse a build I had and I felt it didn't really fit the vibe. So I imagined I'll redo it to create something for the people of the forest. I also make this small bookstore. I'm not sure if it will make it into the save, but I wanted to try it out as something else for the Sims to do in the world. The rest still needs to be done in this area. As you can see, in the city center area, I haven't started anything yet. I have ideas for what I want to put there. I know I want the ceramics session in that region, maybe some store. I want a tavern, possibly a square, but we'll see. I'm trying to finish the other areas first. This last neighborhood, the dock area, was one of the ones I worked on the most, along with the island. But in this area, I've built 3 structures so far. Ignore that lot full of things. I was using it to place objects I wanted to use in the world with the tool mod. I worked a lot in this region with the tool mod, as you can see, and although I haven't finished it yet, I made several modifications in the neighborhood. I replaced the glass that made everything look modern with stone walls from Jungle Adventure, added boats, created a fake area near the sea as if it were a dock for the arrival of ships, and I used some debug houses to complement the hall that I built in this area. I'm still deciding if I should turn this into a small business or keep it as it is, but this area turned out really cool. I created the hall with a concept similar to Harriet's Drink and Rest, but in the city area near the dock where pirates can go for drinks and enjoy some entertainment. I also made a church for weddings, which was the last speed build I posted on the channel, so I won't go too deep into it. Next to the church, I wanted to create a convent where nuns and priests could live, and it will be a place to receive people in need. I'm thinking about whether it's possible to turn it into a small business so that people can actually come to the location. But that's it, guys. I'm really happy to see this project moving forward and that I was able to share a bit more of it with you here. As I mentioned, I'm open to suggestions. There are many ideas that come and go and come back again, but I feel like something solid is taking shape, even if it doesn't seem like it. But I'm already creating lore, so it's giving me a cool boost again to continue. Give a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to keep following the diary of my medieval save file in Evermere now that we have a name. So that's it, guys. I'm simslisgames from Brazil. Susu!